breathe so it's obvious.
Yeah, all right. But now, would you make sure that you don't go with the belly out? In other words, you hold the groin area in, and then what you do is you drop, and you don't go. If you hear it, you're adding muscles already that you shouldn't. So you see. No.
Really good point. So as you're breathing, you want it to be silent breath. You didn't even hear that. All I did was release my abdominals, and I'm full of air. As soon as you hear, you're engaging muscles to be able to make that breath happen. So Seth is allowing that to relax.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
Did that make sense?
Okay, well that's much easier than then.
Yeah.
And I really love Michael's approach when he's doing these exercises. He doesn't force anything, doesn't push anything. Everything's kept very, very relaxed. He's in this state of just keeping everything neutral, doesn't use too much mouth movement, but he compensates for that by shaping his vocal tract perfectly. So something you can't even see what he's doing, but based on the sound that's coming out of his mouth, he has a well-shaped vocal tract. It's also important to note that Seth would be doing a very different exercise with a student who, was brand new, somebody who's a beginner to the voice, than he is here. Here, he's approaching it very neutral, very balanced. But with a new student, the idea of this exercise is to get them to experience more of the brightness in the voice. So they would get like a nay, 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 nay. Very bright, very brassy, very forward, almost like a little kid kind of, no, I don't want to. Like you want to get a little bit of that so that they can feel what that's like in their voice. That's the goal of this exercise if you were teaching it to a beginner. But for somebody like Michael Bolton, it's not as necessary. If you want to see an uncut version of this video, check out the link in the description.
So that when you say, like all of us going through puberty, in the falsetto.
I'll explain it.
So there, what he was saying about spreading, and what I believe he meant there specifically is spreading the vocal cords. So allowing that tension, that cord closure that you have on the vocal cords to let go as you move up in your range. If you allow that to happen, then you're going to end up with breaking as opposed to keeping it nice and connected.
The strings of the piano shorten, they raise the pitch when you shorten them. Same thing if you fret a guitar.
So that's not actually anatomically correct. Your vocal cords actually lengthen and thin out as you go higher in pitch. So maybe he's talking more conceptually, but anatomically, if you have ever seen a stroboscopy, when you're lower in pitch, your vocal cords are shorter and thicker. And as you go up in pitch, what happens is your larynx tilts forward, stretching the vocal cords, and you hit higher pitches that way. So anatomically, this isn't accurate. If you're interested in learning more on how to sing, I created a resource that I wish would have been around when I was starting to sing. With the subscription I've created, you get access to all of the courses that I've created and more that are coming. You get access to all of my private lesson recordings that I have from other students so you can learn vicariously through them. And you get monthly one-on-one lessons with me. All of this is available for one low monthly price, and it's a very well-rounded approach to learn how to sing. Click the link down below to get access now.
Nessun dorma, is a flat.
That's probably Nessun dorma.
All right, so let's check out lesson number 3.
That is going to affect your type fatigue and longevity, both in a concert, in a tour, and in years.
Show me the wrong way and the right.
Okay, so I think what she was talking about there is that squeezing at the throat or squeezing in your lower abs and your pelvic floor region, supporting the voice, is going to affect the longevity of your voice over time.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the next pitch is.
You can see it set, because he's big here.
Yeah.
Well, you can show it better.
I lost it, but I gained some of it back.
You look great.
Well, thank you.
But
that's funny. She's saying he's big here, and then Michael's like, no, you've lost some weight. The dynamics between the two.
Now, would you make sure that you don't go with the belly out? In other words, you hold the groin area in, and then what you do is you drop, and you don't go. If you can hear it, you're adding muscles already that you shouldn't. So you see. No.
Really good point. So as you're breathing, you want it to be silent breath. You didn't even hear that. All I did was release my abdominals, and I'm full of air. As soon as you hear, you're engaging muscles to be able to make that breath happen. So Seth is allowing that to relax.
Just show like you do.
Well,
it's
up. That's it. Up and in.
it's a cause and effect. Cause and effect.
Yes.
If this comes.
So she's saying it very right. It's cause and effect. That's what it needs to be. If you force it, if you make it or manufacture it, then you're going to cause damage to your voice.
That's right. That's right.
Tu puria principessa.
Here.
Here, out or in?
In.
In, because that is in. Principessa. Never too afraid of stanza.
Same thing.
Oh wow, they're really like going over the breath very, very in depth. And it's interesting because Seth is kind of known for not focusing so much in his technique and in his programs on the breath, more on vocal cord function. So it's interesting that he's focusing so much on his breath here. I think that it could be simplified a little bit, but all their points are valid, making sense here, but I think it's a little bit drawn out.
This is a different way of doing the same thing. So do you want to do it? Nay, 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 nay. Now you're gonna take a breath so you get their arms down. Nay, nay.
So that could be a good way to visualize it, right? It's the tension that's built up in your lower abdominals. So you're building that tension on the band and then releasing that tension, allowing those muscles to relax. So as long as you're able to make that conceptual jump from the band to the lower abdominals and the pelvic floor region, then you're going to be doing well there.
No.
It's usually what it is.
So what are you doing?
Why don't you give him an exercise to do it on?
All right.
See, that's where the confusion is, right? He's like, okay, how is this applying to my voice? That's the confusion point.
Now you can breathe.
Drop.
So you can see Michael was understanding as pitch, right? So as he was going up in pitch, he was allowing his arms to go up, but then he wanted to allow them to come down. So his focus is on pitch. Really what she's trying to do is get him to feel muscle action, not pitch. So we're not going up when the pitch is going up and down as the pitch is going down. We're going, as long as you're operating the vocal cords, you're going up. Once you've stopped operating the vocal cords and you're ready to breathe, then she's dropping. So it's a different conceptual point that I think he'll get it.
That's it.
This is your.
So he's still, conceptually, he's trying to drop his hands as soon as the pitch drops because it's just, he feels like a lessening of tension, so he wants to follow that with his hands.
What's the...
Is a G.
No. Out. In.
Yeah, got a much better connection into his body there. That's where you want to go.
Same time, simultaneously. All
Right. Mama, 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 mama.
That's the first
Let it
breath.
out. Mama, 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 mama.
Right.
Mama, 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 mama.
Here's the B flat.
Mama, 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 mama.
You need to let it come out though. Yes. That was good. The last one was perfect.
It's counterintuitive to make.
So there's a little bit of tension on that top note as he went there. I think that could be fixed with just a little bit of a dropping of the jaw. He's keeping his jaw very, very close for a high C. It's definitely not easy to be hitting full voice with the mouth that closed.
Right. He's getting it. He's getting it. Let him try it for a few times.
What would you want?
She's just getting it.
Yeah.
It's going in that's the difficult thing. Taking a breath and not having this attached.
Because if you put it in your throat, that's when it becomes...
That was an interesting point that Michael pointed out. It's hard to release and then engage for the singing part, but keeping his face relaxed. So if you feel like you benefited from this video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of these videos, you can subscribe. And let me know if you like this type of content in the comments down below. And if you want to see more, check out this video. You're going to like it too.